we had that conversation. It's like, you do not know how long this would have fucking taken. Taking just regular dudes that have never been in the military, police, anything like that, and then throwing them in. It's like, hey, do you know how to hold a gun? No. Okay, this is movement. Days. That shoot would have, those fucking 2 days would have taken a week at minimum trying to work with people that have never held a gun.
He's also working with people, like we asked Jake about it. He's working with people who are comfortable in front of cameras too.
Yeah.
He's working with what was there, like 8 or 9 YouTuber guys out there, like people that do this for a living. He was saying, dude, this is a fucking easy shoot to do. Like, you guys are already comfortable. We can easily coach you. Like, just roll through. You see.
Sam, that's what Sam was like, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna take longer. But you guys killed it. Yeah. Like, seriously, I thought it was gonna be like at least 3 days, 4 days, but
day and a half.
You did really good. Sam's autistic.
Good company, brother. Good company.
Me and Jay talked about that. I was like, you know Sam's autistic, right? He's like, no, he's not. I was like, look, how much does he make eye contact? He's like, what? Oh my God.
It all makes sense.
And his is just film and directing, and he's fucking so good.
He is locked in, dude. I was watching him work, and I was like, this guy's a performer.
This guy. I need you to more like this, and then he's like working the camera.
Oh, I messed that up. Reset. Boom. Yeah, he's going at it.
Stoked for that one. Cody almost died though.
Yeah.
This heat exhaustion, Cody.
Bro, I drank a gallon of water that day too, man, but wearing that heavy wool uniform. And we were in the sun too. There wasn't that much shade, so I kept trying to wander back to the shade. And there for a minute, I was like, no, I'm going down. And Sam was like, all right, the rest of your scene is sitting for... We were...
Exhaustion.
The performer. Oh, I messed that up. Reset. Boom. Yeah, he's going at it.
Yeah. Stoked for that one. Cody almost died though.
Yeah.
This heat exhaustion, Cody.
Bro, I drank a gallon of water that day too, man, but wearing that heavy wool uniform. And we were in the sun too. There wasn't that much shade, so I kept trying to wander back to the shade. And there for a minute, I was like, no, I'm going down. And Sam was like, all right, the rest of your scene is sitting down. I was like, thank you, Sam. Please.
Oh, that's what I was so confused. I was like, oh, this looks good. And it worked. Yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. It was such a good time. I'm glad you all partaked in that.
Dude, it was an honor, man. That was really fun.
It was 2 days of fun. I get it.
Part of me, though, like looking back at all the pictures that we have that are cool, I was like, fuck. I wish we had real, actual size guns for some of these pictures because it looks so much cooler.
It's like maybe, perhaps, with Pepperbox, we have the funds now.
I know. We should do that.
No, that'd be cool though. Like Aaron was saying for the next shoot, like bring out full-size guns, even if we're doing, tiny guns or whatever.
Yeah. Do a fucking World War II skit.
I know, do a little fucking LARPing or World War II skits or something.
I got a comment, it's like Band of Bubbas.
Band of Bubbas.
Just jumping into war.
Yeah.
Shit out.
Hell yeah.
All alone? Time to trim the old pubes.
Hey there, beach babe. Are you ready to soak up those summer vibes and get the perfect beach bod?
I don't have pants on.
Yeah, I noticed. Well, you're in luck, because our friends over at manscaped.com have you covered from head to toe. With the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, they'll have you looking and feeling good this summer. Trust Manscaped to unlock the confidence you need to turn heads this summer season. Join the 10 million men who already trust Manscaped and use discount code UNSUB at checkout to get 20% off your order plus free shipping. Let's make this summer your smoothest one yet.
Keep your ear and nose as tiny as your head is with the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose head trimmer. You'll be looking snappiest ever.
The updated Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra groin and body hair trimmer got a summer makeover. It's waterproof now for all those times you need to shave your groin or body hair at a pool party.
So get 20% off plus free shipping using code UNSUB at manscaped.com. The summer sun is here to stay, so trust Manscaped to keep those pubes at bay.
Technically, which was the division that was all the old guys? Which one was it? You just did a video on it.
The Old Bastards.
The old bastards.
Oh, yeah, the old 77th.
The 70, like,
division. That was
technically,
specific, yeah.
Technically, we were all a bunch of old bastards, dude. We would fit
Right.
that, we would fit
Well,
that
somebody
bill.
actually made a comment that I didn't even realize because the 77th was what Desmond Doss was attached to, which is the Hacksaw Ridge movie. And somebody made the comment, and they were like, actually didn't. I was annoyed when I first watched this movie because all of the people in his unit were like old as shit compared to what they would have been in World War II. But now I realize that that's actually correct, that they were all 30-year-olds.
Wait, hold the fuck on. This is it. I don't know.
So 77th ID was originally a guinea pig unit. So basically, it was one of the first 3 units that was entirely comprised of draftees. So out of those three, out of the 3 divisions, they're like, well, let's take all the old guys and put them in one division.
Squared away.
And the idea was going to be that they wanted to run basically experiments on them to see like how hard you could push a 30-year-old in a combat situation, just so they had data for like if it turned into like absolute war, like if we have to start drafting 40-year-olds, what are they going to be capable of? So they took them, they trained them for 2 years. They had them do like mountain warfare up in the snow. They had them do desert warfare out in Arizona.
Was it that? Can I guess that was probably one of the most squared away units?
Bro, it was the
Good
most
guess.
combat effective unit in the Pacific in all of World War II.
It was like if you took all of our friends, like us, and threw them into into
I don't
trading.
think if you take all of us right now and toss it out and you're like, guys, I know you made a lot of money. Now you make $1,000 a month. You're gonna die.
There ain't no hoes in the Pacific, dog.
You're fucking angry.
You're telling me I'm gonna be gone from my my pleasure palace of a wife for 4 years in the Pacific, making $1,000 a month?
Okay, I meant squared away mature guys, but that's fine. It's shit on Cody again, podcast.
No, I'm not saying. I'm
not
not
just
using
the chair.
That was a positive. Actually, that was
It's the chair, Cody.
It's the chair.
But yeah, no. So they put all the old guys in one fucking division, and the average age was 33 years old. And then they ended up getting sent out to the Pacific, and they did shit on everybody. They were wrecking house bad.
So the only reason I guessed that was my Charlie 219, good old basic training here. Mine was the one platoon that had platoon has like 40 to 50 soldiers.
Yeah.
We had 28 specialists going. So these are all college grads, and then up to 35-year-olds going into.
Oh yeah,
this was-
the older guys always do that.
yeah, so we had like everyone's just in basic training. You have like E1s to E3. No matter what, you might have 1 or 2 specialists. If you're a specialist, you have a degree. So we had like 20 something going into my platoon. My drill sergeant at the end, he's like, "You guys have been real." Like we had cake, we had a radio, we had all this shit going into week 3. He's like, "Oh, you guys are really squared away." Huh? like he wasn't fucking with like 18-year-old retards. He's like,
That's how these guys were too, because they were like they were going through all this. So this would have been 1940, late 1942, early 1943. They were going through basic. They took the 77th Division, and that was a division that was like their best unit that they had stood up, and that was who they chose to do a parade for Winston Churchill to like show off.
No shit.
Yeah, so like they were squared away from the beginning, and then they ended up sending them to the Pacific, and they were at the Battle of Leyte, and they showed up to they won a battle, got sent to go on fucking leave for like 3 weeks on an island, and then the Battle of Leyte happened, and they're like, okay, we need these guys. So they turned the ships around from leave and dropped them off at Leyte, one of the bloodiest fucking battles in all the Pacific. And they show up and they're like, all these Marine units and Army units are just halted. Like the island's cut in half. The Japanese government already said like Leyte is going to be a decisive battle in this fucking war. They're throwing everything they have at it.
these are people that will die.
Oh yeah, they're not surrendering.
Yeah, no surrender.
Yeah.
They were telling the civilian populace at that time, hey, jump off cliffs instead of get captured.
Yeah, that was not good. That was a couple years later, but yeah. So, like, I mean, it's just the island's cut in half, and they got people getting supplied on the back end from both sides. And the 77 was like, fuck it, let's go make an amphibious landing on the other side of their island and cut off their supplies. And they did it, got cut off from everybody else for like 3 weeks straight. And they racked, it was like a fucking 56-to-1 KD ratio. And they became the only, so they took over the harbor that everybody else was getting supplied by, and an amphibious landing ship for the Japanese showed up with new troops, and they pulled up, and they had M110 tank destroyers and artillery. They're the only infantry division to sink a major naval vessel during World War II from land.
Blasting that mother.
The dude with the M110 just fucking lighting up a shit, not a boat, a ship, and they sank it. And then they took over like the entire fucking island. It was
Bro, all of them had like nukes. They had what is it? When you kill somebody? Ben. Call of Duty. Call of Duty when you get a kill streak. They had kill streaks.
massive kill streaks.
Yeah, massive kill streaks.
It's like you imagine us in that situation. There's a bunch of 18-year-olds running around like popping off their guns and stuff, and we're like, no, pull that fucking artillery over here and shoot at that ship. It's got big bullets in it. Shoot at that ship right there.
I've played a number of Battlefield games, right? Playing in a tank, you shoot down a plane, and you are on cloud nine. It feels so good. I could not imagine the high of taking down a actual ship with a tank destroyer. Dude, that guy must have been just like, the gunner must have been freaking stoked out of his mind.
Dude, that team. Oh, dude, everyone was like, bro. Woo! He's just walking around, taking his helmet off.
Dude, they have like they have a Japanese ship on their tank for kills.
I explained this in the video, but like I know that you'll get this right away. So like when their first battle, they showed up. I forget what battle it was. It was a battle where like the army units were not performing very well because they were mostly draftees, and the Marine Corps was in charge of the theater. And they showed up, and the Marine Corps guys were like, "Fuck, it's a bunch of old dudes. I'm just gonna like piecemeal them out as reinforcements to everybody else." And the Marine Corps general was so disappointed with, I think it was like the 73rd Infantry or whoever was already there. He relieved their general of command and put another dude in charge, which is fucking wild for a Marine Corps general to relieve an Army general of command because he's disappointed in their performance. And then the 77th shows up, and all of his Marine Corps units are like, bro, these guys can throw down. So he's like, I'm gonna send the whole division up to make an amphibious landing. And they made this amphibious landing, and the Marines that were stationed on the actual ships, one of them like famously said, "Look at those old bastards go," because it was just like slow as smooth as fast, and they just like marched right up the fucking beach and everything went perfect, and that became their nickname, the Old Bastards. And so from there, after that happened, they went through this whole battle, kicked ass, and then all the Marines started calling them the 77th Marine Division because they were too good to be Army. It was like, bro, if you weren't in the military, you don't understand what a compliment that is. Marines are not good at giving compliments. That's the highest compliment they know how to give.
That's a big deal.
The Army, your opposite.